Good morning, Mr. Amaechi. Thank you for the opportunity to engage with you. So my questions are going to be very quick. And the first one is, you served for 8 years under the administration we consider the most incompetent in the history of our country, if not in Africa. And, during that 8 years, you never raised any concerns. You never said anything about Buhari's obvious incompetent administration. And then you're coming now to tell us that, oh, you would have done this. Tinubu has just spent 4 years, right, in office, and you have a lot of things to say about his government. But for good 8 years, Buhari's government was not, incompetent in your eyes. I think that's questionable, and I would really love to know why you kept quiet for 8 years and then, have a lot of things to say in 2.5 years. That's number one. Then number two is that in the last APC primaries, you did say, when you clocked 60, that you told Bola, to his face that you're not going to support him, right, after the primaries. And one would, ask the question, does that mean that if you lose the primary in ADC, you're not going to support whoever, emerges through that process? And the third question is, are you comfortable the way ADC is currently structured? Do you have confidence in the leadership? Do you think that you would accept whatever comes out of the primaries? Thank you so much. That's my question.
I think you don't live in Nigeria. I think you live outside Nigeria. Why I say live outside Nigeria is Buhari completed the Abuja-Kaduna Railway. I don't know whether that is incompetence. Buhari started and completed the Lagos-Ibadan Railway. Buhari built the first seaport in Nigeria. What you have is river ports. The first seaport in Nigeria was built under Buhari. It was under my ministry. I started it and I ended it. The roads that, what's his name? Fashola built, that's part of incompetence. The railway from Itabe to Warri was started, is it Babangida or Shagare? It was completed under Buhari. The what's it called? Not Lake. The dams were all completed under Buhari, and all this you refer to as incompetence. You must be a Tinubu supporter for that kind of question that you ask. Now you say if we can compare Buhari's first 4 years to Tinubu's first 4 years, compare that. Buhari in borrowing money. He was borrowing money. People were shouting about him borrowing money, but he was able to stop. He did not remove subsidy. People are not dying of hunger as they were dying now. People are dying. People are committing suicide. First year of Tinubu, people are jumping into the lagoon. And because of your time, me, I'm available. Let's go back to the issue of why I didn't support Tinubu. I've told you here, I have said that in a free and fair primary, quote me, in a free and fair primary, whoever emerges in ADC will be supported by me. I will go about campaigning for him. I will put on any effort I need to put to remove this incompetent government. Now that you have called it incompetent, has accused them of being incompetent. I will not be like them if I win primary. I will do everything differently. I've told you here that in my first 2 years, I will create middle class. Currently, there is no middle class. It's either you're rich or you're poor. I will get the governors to sit down with me. We will build primary schools in every village. We will build primary healthcare center in every village. I will bring money, they will bring money, and we'll build. I won't allow the governors just get away with the money, run away with the money. It will not happen in my regime if I'm elected the president. So if whatever you're doing with Tinubu, some of us when we get money to just feed ourselves, we'll do anything we like. But for how long? We just don't need to feed ourselves. We need to be able to sustain it. So you can't compare Buhari's government to Tinubu's government. Tinubu's government is the worst government. In fact, somebody told me that he thought Buhari's government would have been the worst. He said that we can never go beyond below this. We have gone below Buhari. May God bless you.
Now, Nigerians have been clamoring for PO. Are you willing to throw support to him? Thank you.
You must stop that. What polls have you done to show that Nigerians are clamoring for PO? I'd like to know the polls you have done. You see, I continue to tell those who make these comments that wait until after primaries. If you're not popular, win primary. That's the first step. If you think you're that popular and Nigerians are clamoring for you, win the sympathy of northern voters, win the sympathy of southwestern voters, win the sympathy of south voters. Don't make us see we're all in the same party. Don't come here and make me talk about P2B and others. I'm not going to talk about P2B because that'll be going against the instruction that was passed to us by the national chairman of ADC. That if you watch my interview, I've been very careful. in whatever I say. But don't you ever say that Nigerians are clamoring. What are the basis of what statistics do you have to that effect? And I have my own statistics. The statistics I have is what will they do differently to defeat Tinubu if they had an election against Tinubu and they lost? Those are the questions you should ask yourself. What will they do differently? Well, that's what I say to people. I have not done an election against Tinubu. I know his weaknesses. They are yet to tell Nigerians what they will do differently to defeat Tinubu. But I can tell you, I have not run an election against Tinubu. I know Tinubu very well. I know his strength. I know his weaknesses. And I know that if allowed to fly the flag of ADC, I will defeat Tinubu for sure. That is, take that for granted. That's one question you asked. You talk about the issue of disability. You see, I don't believe that they are not part of Nigerians that should be cared for. I believe that just as you care for other Nigerians, you should also care for them specially. So the things that they need to live a normal life in Nigeria will be provided by the government.
Yes, so if given the opportunity to be a VP in our party, the ADC, would you consider it? That's question one. Question two, knowing fully well that you were a member of the APC till June 30th, what did you do? I know you've answered, but you didn't answer this. What did you do to what the APC under the leadership of Tinubu did in your own state about the state of emergency? What did you do practically? Then last question is, you mentioned people abusing people online. Can you cite an example of such abuse? Thank you.
Okay, don't let them abuse me too. I will not cite an example until I win primaries. When I win primaries, I will do what I did for Buhari. I set up I employed 150 young men and women and bought 150 computers and gave them 150 tables and chairs. If you abuse Buhari, they should abuse you back. If they want you to answer any question, they should answer the question. So all this abuse now I can take it to, but if I win primaries, you'll be shocked. I won't even do 150. I will do nearly 500 to 1,000 unemployed youths who know how to handle computer and who know how to do what people are doing. I'm like you said, I'm an old man at 60. So I'll get those young boys and girls who can do it. Then if you abuse me, they will abuse your grandfather, great grandfather, your father, your mother, and then we'll be going on like that. If you don't want to play the same politics, listen, this is not time to. I'm a gentleman in Nigerian politics, but this time is what you could call Egun Chichanya. Egun Chichanya is, you get to a point where the drummer is drumming. You're dancing like a madman until you win. They will not call you, oh, you have won, then you stop. So people are abusing people. People are talking rubbish. In fact, blackmail, everything. But that's not where we're going to. What we're going to is who will be the candidate. Because you may say something that's very hot and now, and then you emerge as a candidate. The person you have hot will not be happy now. So why not keep quiet and pray that you emerge as a candidate of the party so that it can carry everybody along. That's the answer to that. The next question you asked, I'm not contesting to be a vice president. I will not be anybody's vice president. I don't have to be vice president. Check the record of those who have been vice president. They have no job. In fact, as soon as you win, the fifth columnist will come out. The fifth columnist will make the vice president and the president not to be. In fact, the vice president becomes an errand boy. He goes on to represent the president. He goes to commission project for governors. He goes on around. I won't do that. Instead, I would rather be a minister. You have a specific responsibility as a minister. State of emergency, I have spoken. I don't have to speak 100 times. I've spoken and I've condemned it. Even asking the question here, I've said that because of the role Tinubu played in the state of emergency of Rivers State, I will, if given the opportunity to be president of Nigeria, amend the constitution to state categorically clear, that is rubbish English, but I will speak it, that no governor will ever remove anybody if he declares a state of emergency, that the democratic institutions must remain as it was. You make it clear that no governor can be removed from office except by the recognized constitutional provisions, which is impeachment or death. The governors are not able to function now because they're afraid of Tinubu, that Tinubu will remove them. Did you support? Who did you say did I support? Did I support Tinubu? Of course, I told him I won't support him. See, Tinubu's presidency has damaged Nigeria a lot. He brought Muslim ticket. I should ask whether the Christians are happy about it and all that. He should have made the sacrifice of not even running if he loved Nigeria. The only way he could have run is to say, look, what I'm bringing to the table is something nobody can bring to the table, so I'll take this risk. But there's nothing he's bringing to the table that anybody could not have brought to the table. So I made it clear to him that, look, your competence is an issue for me. The next issue people will look at is possibly the Muslim ticket. But it may not even matter about Muslim ticket if you deliver Nigeria, if you change things in Nigeria. I think these are the 4 questions you asked.
The current minister of FCT and your successor, Wike, who said that he's the person that is responsible for your political success. He once said that Nigerians should not trust you, that you said you don't like money. However, there was a dollar bill in your pocket when you were saying that. So in these primaries, which you said that that we should allow to hold, given that you have a very good experience in presidential primaries, are we going to see a dollarized primary in the ADC? Because that is what the youths don't want to see, actually. And secondly, the APC, the people from APC, they usually taunt the coalition and say, what are they going to do differently? So in terms of removal of fuel subsidy that have reduced the purchasing power of Nigerians, is there anything that can be done to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal, or are you going to bring back subsidy? That is some of the question. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
So I was saying I won't remove, so I won't bring back subsidy. That's impossible because the situation is bad in terms of the economy of Nigeria. But I've also said that the reason why the subsidy removal is not successful is that the money is going to private pockets. So I will eliminate corruption. Trust me, the first 1 month of my being in office, corruption will disappear. If it doesn't disappear, I will put under my resignation letter and I will leave. I'm not joking. Now, the problem of the current government is that the benefits of subsidy is shared between 3 or 4 persons at the federal level and then the governors. And the governors are holding beach parties, dancing and having fun with young girls and all that. It will not happen with me. I will supervise government. Honestly, I will supervise government. So I will not bring back subsidy, but I will make sure that the outcome of the removal of subsidy is put back in the hands and pockets of Nigerians. If that happens, it will reduce poverty. They will have capacity to be able to purchase. The reason why nobody is talking to Nigeria is Nigerians don't have purchasing capacity. If you like, be 500 million human beings. The reason why they can go to India or go to China is that out of the 1.4 billion Chinese, close to 1.2 billion have capacity to buy. So if I invest, I usually tell people, I say, look, if I go to China and I start cooking amala and I collect $1 per person and 10 million persons buy the amala, I have $10 million now. But here, if you cook amala for 10 million Nigerians, they will not have the capacity to buy. So I will create that capacity. That's what I want to create. I want to remember the second question he asked. There was another question he asked.
The question I asked was regarding the current minister of FCT. He said that Nigerians should not trust you. That you say you don't like money. However, there was
They found bills of dollars in my pocket in that interview. It was Showore that was interviewing me. Showore had gone to New York. Showore had invited me for lunch. We had gone out for lunch, and then he said, "Well, an interview in is this?" And I said, "Okay, I will go ahead." While speaking, they saw $10,000. I was governor. $10,000 cash as allowance for traveling to New York. Haba for you that ask that question.
So why I'm asking that question is that are you going to dollarize primaries in ADC? That is my
wait, how does finding $10,000 in my pocket begin to become dollarizing of primaries? When we ran against Tinubu, did I dollarize the primary? You know, you must differentiate. Nigerian politicians are desperate. You must differentiate between the honest Nigerian politicians and there are very few. They can hardly. Anyway, I don't want to discuss Nigerian politicians. Just don't keep me away, because at the end of the day, it is Nigerian politicians that will make you win primary. Where the voters come in is the general election.
My question is on the election rigging, because until when I started hearing this comment from you as a politician, before I always think that election rigging are just rumors, speculations, but you have said it on a TV and you have said it here again that so it does mean that yes, politicians do rig elections. So would you use this opportunity to apologize to Nigerians for probably the ones you've been part of before, so that we can know that we cannot trust you? So how do you think that what can you do to make us believe that you are now a changed person? You are no longer part of those. You are no longer member of riggers. Thank you.
I challenge any Nigerian politician, living or dead, to come forward and say, I was part of rigging. Any. In fact, all the appointments given to me by APC to join election planning committees, I have refused to participate. No, there was no one I participated. Why? Because I know what they discuss. I listen to them, I hear them. Once they start talking, if I get the ticket, I will reveal those things. I won't reveal it now. I will reveal it because ADC must prepare for those things. Once they start talking those things, you know that they're heading towards rigging. They will bring governors, they will go to government agencies and get money. But the rest, I don't want to say it until I win primaries. Now, I've never sat down, including Rivers State, to participate in any rigging whatsoever, and I will not do it. What I promise to do now, going forward, is to stop rigging. So, apologize. The answer is no, for committing no crime. If I committed a crime, I will apologize, but I didn't commit any crime and I didn't participate. I challenge, don't forget I said I challenge any Nigerian to produce evidence that I participated in any election rigging, and I will apologize to Nigerians. So I'm not among those who say there'll be one and then they change the result. I didn't change any result. I will agree to an extent that there'll be one Rivers State. But unfortunately, the result that came out was different. But how it happened, I have no idea. Thank you.